How's it going, everybody? Brad here today. We are back with our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode. And today, guys, we are going to be getting the off-season underway. And one of the priorities I want to make is to hopefully find a new coach that will fit our schemes. There is the results of the draft lottery. Detroit staying at 1, Chicago jumping from 5 to 2, and Carolina from 13 to 3. We did not have a chance at the draft lottery, so can't be too upset about anything that just happened there. We'll take a quick look at the retired players. Eric Stahl, the Magic Man, retires. Brent Burns, Joe Pavelski, Shea Weber. Wow, some really big names. You guys can go ahead here. If you guys see anybody specific that you want to call out, shout out in the comment section, go ahead and do that. Zach Bogosian there. Actually, wow, there's so many players that retired, but I think we're okay now. I got to the bottom of it. Ryan Miller, Craig Anderson, Mike Smith, Brian Elliott, and Thomas Grice, Chad Johnson as well. So some pretty big name goaltenders retiring, some coaches as well. I saw somebody from our staff retire, so we're going to have to wonder who we're going to replace. But we are here at the draft. And really what I want to do this offseason, the main point of this offseason, is to find a head coach that can fit Hall and Kalysnik. I mean, honestly, this guy's not a bad fit for Kalysnik, right? Like, we just saw that. He's pretty darn good with Kalysnik. Kalysnik unfortunately fits the second line. That's the problem. We need somebody who's carry cycle efficient, balanced for their first line. I think this is because I edited the lines and I was messing around. I was trying to find out line combinations. The problem for us is Cousins and Byfield don't exactly fit Kalysnik or Hall. So we can't really split those two up. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but I really want to maximize Hall, Kalysnik, and then find a playmaker that fits on that first line. You know what? For now, we know that they would fit on the second line in our current coaching staff, so we can find somebody in the free agent market or in the trade market. I think that would be the best bet. But let's take a look at the draft class quickly before we get in here. A decent draft class. Nobody standing out as spectacular. We got a guy here at 8, though, we know is medium elite. Love to see that. And everybody else is just kind of potentially something. Anybody low elite? No guaranteed low elites. Top 6 forwards. Okay, there's Shane Oda, who is 3 years away. We got to keep looking for those players that are close to being ready to making the NHL. If we take a look at where we will be picking, it's probably right around here. Oh, do we not have our first? Maybe I think I definitely gave up our first. I can't remember. Anyway, let's go ahead and get in the draft and just see how things go. Our next pick is pick 37, so we do have a pick in the second round here, beginning of the second round, which is fine by me, right? We went all in. We got Kalysnik, who really did not show up in the playoffs, but maybe it's not an issue of coaching. I mean, maybe it is. I'd love to get the chemistry, but chemistry doesn't matter as much when I live sim in the playoffs, so I just need to get more talent. We finished fine during the regular season, but we should hopefully have a better one with the more growth and acquisition of some pretty good players. I really want to get a first-line playmaker to go with Kalysnik and Hall. I know sniper playmaker is not the best, but it's the best I can probably do because I don't want to get rid of Hall, depending on how many years he has left on his contract. Let's take a look at that really quickly. Taylor Hall has 3 more years left at 8.5. Sergachev's, yeah, it's okay. So we're pretty much set up. Byfield signed for 8 years at 6.5, and we got a lot of good deals here. Radulov, Artem Radulov looks very, very good. He's a medium elite center. I mean, he is balance, shoot, energy, balance, which basically fits with Byfield, so that's good to see there. I mean, he's a two-way forward, power forward, two-way forward. Maybe a sniper can get us something. That's the problem with a guy like Dylan Cousins. He signed to 4 more years at 5.5. He's balanced, efficient, don't block. I mean, he's okay, but he's probably not going to be what we had hoped. He's only high top 6 because of when I started this. I know they changed him to medium elite. Gurianov is a guy that is going to stick around. He does fit carry cycle. Maybe could fit the second line. Bularais jumps to an 84. He was a 79 before the season. He's now an 84. We love to see that. And he's balance, shoot, balance. So maybe this guy is the guy to fit with Byfield and Radulov, because Byfield is balance, shoot, balance. So we can find a guy who's got balance, shoot, balance for his second line, and then find somebody who has carry cycle for their top line. I'm down for that, although I can't remember what Hall likes and doesn't like. Well, he likes the second line more. We know that. I guess we got to figure out what our current coach has as far as his schemes, but We are going to view the draft class again quickly to see what's there in the 30s. Oda might not fall to us. We're picking 36th, I think. So we know that Jack Wesley is a gem. He's 3 years. He's 3 years. This guy is 4 years potentially. Andronov is 3 years. This guy is 2 years. Garrett Torres could be somebody worth going up for. Burned Bakos is 2 years as well. Cycle Pinch. This guy's balance, shoot, balance. So Horace, the power forward. God, we don't need more power forwards. Wayne Bowman. Yeah, some of these guys we don't know much about. There goes Sov, the first overall pick, 80 overall offensive defenseman there. So that's good for the Detroit Red Wings. But is there anybody we know here in the 20s that's like a year away? No, these guys are 3 years away, so there's no sense in trading up. And if I don't know enough about a player, I'm not going to go up to go get him, even if he looks really promising. You guys can see here, Torres is probably the best guy I could potentially move up a pick or two for. 37 is where we are picking. So that's Andronov, but he's 3 years away. We've got the 3 years, 3 years, 4 years, 4 years. And then don't know about some of these guys. Some of these guys are 1-bar medium elite. So 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, we're not getting anybody too highly rated as far as overall. So maybe I will move up just a couple picks, right? It won't cost me much to get up to... I know this guy's a gem. The I think Hungarian a defenseman, right defender, but he's an offensive defenseman too, so he could be a really, really good player for us. He's medium top 4. I think I might take him, considering the fact that he's an offensive defenseman. That'll really help with cycle pinch. That's definitely something that would fit a scheme. He's 3 years away, which is fine. Although the idea of Garrett Torres here being 2 years away from the NHL, balance, shoot, balanced, power forward. We don't really need more power forwards because we got Byfield and Cousins for the top 6. Cousins really going to be on that third line. But I don't think I want to move up for Bakos here. Bakos is 2 years away, but he doesn't look very good when you compare him to Jack Wesley. I really like the way Jack Wesley looks, guys. I think I might just stick with Jack Wesley at our pick here. So I'm going to go ahead and sim to pick 37 and take Wesley. There's Torres, so he's 66, medium top 6. There goes Bakos, the 71 defensive defenseman. We are going to take Jack Wesley here, though. I'm definitely going to take him. He's an offensive defenseman. He's got a good scheme, and he looks like he's going to have a decent overall. 65 overall, medium top 4 defenseman, offensive defenseman, who's looking pretty solid. I think a couple years of growth. He's, I think, what did they say, 3 years away? I'm fine with 3 years away, considering it's a second-round pick. I do want to view the draft class, though. Make sure I'm not going to miss out on any steals. It doesn't look like I'm going to, so we will go ahead and sim to our next pick. Pick number 45. Medium top 6 player just went before us. Weissman here is potentially 4 years, 3 years. I actually like the 3-year, what is that, Grant Galchenyuk? I like the fact that Grant Galchenyuk is only 3 years away. Schaefer's 3 years away. We know he's medium top 9. Do we know his scheme? He's balance, shoot, balance, block with crash the net. Gross. I'd like to take the shot on Galchenyuk here. He may be only 5'9". He is potentially a playmaker. Balance, energy, block is terrible as far as chemistry. These guys down here, though, 4 years. This guy's 3 years. Another defenseman, a two-way defenseman most likely. Not a guy I'm really excited about taking. I don't want to take these guys down here, although Anisimov is potentially 3 years away from the league. 3 years here for Nathaniel Para. This goaltender is 5 years away. There's another defenseman here that is 3 years away. Could be pretty good. I think I'm going to go back up to... Yeah, we got another pick coming up here soon, so I don't want to go too far down. I think I'll take Grant Galchenyuk, see what he is. He is medium top 9 sniper. Okay, so at least he's a sniper, right? I'll take it. He could grow in a few years. That's actually another second-round pick for us. Anyway, we got the third round pick to happen here. Tyson Barlow is 4 years. This guy is 4 years. I'm okay with missing out on upside for guys that are going to come in and contribute. Obviously, I want to get the best of both worlds, but the reason I'm more worried about how long these guys will take to get to the NHL is the fact that I don't need superstars. We got a bunch of superstars already. We have a ton of great players on the team as we speak, medium elites and high overall guys. Right now, what we need are depth players who are going to come up and contribute sooner rather than later, simply because we won't have to pay them as much. That's simply how we're going to keep our winning streak going. Us being a top team, that's the only way to continue being a top team is to have guys on cheap deals. And I know I can try and snag somebody on a cheap deal, or give somebody a really cheap deal for a lot of years and hope that they pan out for us. But another thing that just crossed my mind when I'm thinking about chemistry is the fact that I don't want to really ruin what we've got right now and go get some really inexperienced coach. Boyd here, I think, is what, 3 years away, 4 years away. What is Boyd's chemistry? Because even though he's medium, he's cycle pinch. I'm going to load up on the cycle pinch there. 2-way defenseman, 62 overall, medium, top 6. He could be a bottom pairing guy for us in the future. Igor Zamenov. We've got Ivanov, Schneider. Okay, very hard switch up in names, but 4 years seems to be the staple here. This right defenseman could be 2 years away. I highly doubt it. I don't want to take another defenseman either. This goaltender is 5 years away, but actually looks pretty decent. I think I might go for Arthur Carlton here. See what we get. Medium fringe starter. Okay, he's not going to be very good. Anyway, anything second round or later that actually can contribute for your roster, I see it as an absolute win for your team, simply because it's really hard to hit on picks that are going to make your team a big difference maker. And if you find one, that is awesome. I'm happy for you. And you're doing exactly what you need to do to make your team as good as it can be. Wow, there is not a lot of talent left. There's this 2-bar medium elite. He's 5 years away. We know that for a fact, but probably not going to be medium elite. This guy's probably not going to be medium elite. I don't want to just take goalies to potentially hit on a goalie. Robichaud here. You know, let's go back up to the top. We'll take a low something or other. Elijah Brust here. It's not really good. I guess we could take a shot on one of these guys. Not too sure about it. Renus here is actually potentially an offensive defenseman. I'm gonna take Raimo Renus. We're gonna see what happens. He's a medium 7th defenseman. He's an offensive defenseman though. He's probably not gonna be any kind of contributor. Robichaud, he's 2-bar low elite. We'll see what we can get there. He's low top 9, 2-way forward. You know what? That's fine. I'll take a low top 9 at this stage in the draft. We have the 6th round pick coming up. 1-bar medium elite goaltender. Actually, wait. I want to take a look at that medium 2-bar medium top 9. Fallon, potentially 5 years away. Don't like his scheme fit. He's potentially a 2-way forward. 5 years. Yeah, these guys are all guys that this guy's medium start 3-bar medium starter. He could a fringe starter. Excuse me. He could be a starter. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him. We know a lot about him. He's a medium backup. That's not a great pick. I'm going to stop taking goalies now. They want me to take Kern. None of these guys are really all that good. So I guess Abel Ernie got a really good shot. He's a playmaker. I'll take him. See what we get. Medium bottom 6 playmaker. Fine with that. One more pick here in the draft for us. Our 7th round pick. Guy Valaket. 2-bar medium top 6. He's going to be medium top 9, and I see that as a super big dub to end it here. I know he's 19, but still, getting a medium top 9 with your 7th pick, I think is pretty good. The guys picked after him weren't that great either, but we are now going to go to the re-sign phase and see who do we have to re-sign. Our associate coach in the AHL, that's fine. Who is expiring? And how much cap space do we have? Radulov does not want an extension, so I'm going to at least qualify him, offer him a contract. He doesn't. I don't want to overpay for Radulov. He's a 2-way forward. He's really freaking good though, but he does not want a contract extension. I'll offer him a decent deal. I think you know what? I can keep him as an RFA and overpay a little bit. 4x8. For Radulov, he'd still be an RFA at the end of this deal, so I'm going to see what happens, but I'm going to offer him that contract. Brady Shea. Do we want to keep Brady Shea? Let's take a look at our goaltender situation. It's set. It's really good. Chipchura's coming up. We can probably move on from Georgiev if Chipchura becomes good enough. I'll probably have to sign a guy like Zibanejad. He's medium fringe starter. I'll sign him. He'll be the backup there in the AHL as protection, just in case we do want to get rid of Georgiev. Let's take a look at our defensemen. We've got Sergachev, Shea, who we need to sign, Bear, Dunn, Taze, Clark, and Kerman. So I think I might let Shea walk. We got Sergachev, Bear, Dunn, and Taze, Clark, and Kerman. Brant Clark is a 2-way defender, and Ollie Kerman is a two-way defender as well. Ollie did play in the NHL this season, 14 points, +3. Good season for him. He's medium elite, should grow. Brant Clark did not play in the NHL this season, but had a good year in the AHL, transitioning, sorry, that was confusing, BAR to BAC. Had a good season, though. 37 points in his first year, +22. I will take that. He had 69 and 68 in his final year in the OHL, so the guy is going to be ready to come in the NHL, and I don't want to prevent him from being there. Ethan Bear just never really panned out as a top pairing defenseman. It might be time to get rid of one of these guys, but they've all been good. But Brady Shea, I think I'm going to let him walk. I know we have a ton of money, but I don't want to take a spot from our young prospects here. A one-way deal. Can you take a two-way deal for that? I'll give you more money, Aho. Albelin is now a 78 low elite. You love to see that. Give him his ELC. Ricola, who I think is actually a better defenseman than this in real life. We'll give him 2 years there. Let's see. What do we have? Aho, Broberg, Abelin, Ricola, Foot, and then we'll sign Chernak. He does not. Oh, does he not want to? Oh, you can go ahead and leave then. Low top 6 defenseman Coleman. He's 67 at 20. He's decent enough. I'll give him the contract to play in the AHL. We'll see how he does. I'm just going to try and give my prospects some more pathway to the NHL, to the majors, you know. What we're really missing out on is a second defenseman. And, you know, if a guy like Dunn or Taze, I love Dunn, I love Taze, but if they end up being a trade chip here, they're on the same contract, right? So whichever one, probably going to get rid of Devin Taze, although he's been very good. I mean, he had that +33 year. He's not been as good since. I think Vince Dunn is still very, very good. Actually, he had a -7. So I don't know. One of these guys will keep. Dunn actually takes more penalties than Taze, doesn't he? Yeah, Taze doesn't take many penalties. I think I'd rather keep Taze over Dunn, but I like both of them. But we'll see here what to do. Anyway, let's take a look at our forward core. Oh wow, a lot of guys to re-sign there. We've Hall, Kaliznik, Radulov are technically our best 3. Gurianov, Byfield, Cousins. Sprong does not want an extension, but Granlund does. Eunice Donskoy, two-way forward. You know, he's pretty good. I'm going to see if I can get him on a... Yeah, it's a great deal. 1 year, that's fine with me. Give him exactly what he wants. Lavoie, big playoff goal. Going to give him an extension here. He wants a two-way deal for 1 more year. Can I give him... You know what? Let me give him 3 years at that 1.025 because he's... Right? Yeah, get him till he's still an RFA. 1.025 is nothing. DeBrusk doesn't want a contract extension. I've been kind of low on DeBrusk. Sorelli's been a great bottom sixer for us. We'll give him 2 years at that 1.7 mark. Just see if he accepts that. Marcus Foligno, depth guy at this point of his career. Give him 2 years for the minors. He's a power forward that could help with chemistry. Beret Boulet, not really going to be much, so we'll give him the 3-year deal for the AHL. Bo Bennett, same thing. Actually, I want to see, do I have young guys down here that deserve... Nobody really deserving of a new contract. Yeah, nobody down here is really going to fight for a spot in a couple years. That's what I'm trying to think about is not, you know, signing veterans for the AHL that are just going to get in the way of my young prospects' development. You know, like Luff could be replaced by somebody potentially coming up, but we don't have anybody like that. Nobody on the horizon. Eichen in here, Andrews, but I'll give him another year to grow without a contract. Granlund is an interesting one. Granlund does fit the scheme. He wants quite a bit of money. How much money do we have? I'm going to double check here in a minute. We have about 25 million, but I would like Radulov to get his money first. Donskoy's back. Foligno's back. Ricola wants more money. Sorelli's back. Aho doesn't want a two-way deal. Okay, Luff, Beret Boulet, Bennett. Coleman is here. Albelin, Zibanejad, Lavoie. Radulov is back on a very nice deal. I'm very, very happy about that. His $8 million contract is really good for us. He's an elite two-way forward, and he can put up points. We know that for a fact. Given more ice time, I think he could do even more. He had 19 minutes, so we're pretty much seeing what he can do. He's going to be a great two-way forward. He's going to kill penalties for you. He's going to put up 60 points. How many goals did he put up? 20 goals. I'll take a 20-goal scorer. This guy's very, very solid. He did put up a lot on the power play, so I just couldn't lose him for free. I didn't want to lose him for free. We still have 16 million in cap space. So I will give a 1-year, $4.5 million deal to bring Granlund back. He's a playmaker. We know he fits the scheme. Sprong, it's tough because I want to bring him back, but he's really only playing third line minutes, and I don't think I can realistically tell myself that giving him that kind of contract is what this team needs now. And I still want to test the free agent market to see who is out there potentially for us. Granlund does not want that. Okay, let's just see all skaters who are expiring. Granlund, Aho, Ricola. Ricola, I guess, wanted more money. I'll give him 8.7. Yeah, sure. Aho, he didn't want a two-way deal, so I'm going to let him go. I don't really care too much. But Granlund for 1 year at 4.75. Yeah, we'll give him the 4.75. That's fine by me. That still is going to leave us about 12 million in cap space. The forward core, we can go get one more top end player for the forward core, a top 6 playmaker who fits the second line with our current coach. We'll have to see what other coach fits, but we also want to give our goalie. It was our goalie coach that retired, so our associate coach here wants to be an AHL assistant coach. I don't think he'll take an associate coach. Actually, associate coach is better than assistant coach. Is it? His role as an associate coach. We have an associate. Oh, we just need to bring him back. We need to sign a new assistant coach. Oh, you know what? I'll give him the contract to be an assistant coach, and then we'll just see what it recalibrates anyway. What I should go out and get. But I do want to check the free agent market. He's not interested. Whatever. Coaches are a dime a dozen like him. That's fine. We now hit the free agency period, ladies and gentlemen. Who is available? Who is out there? Sebastian Aho and Austin Matthews. And William Nylander. William Nylander. Does he fit the second line currently? He fits our second line currently. Low franchise Mayorov? He doesn't fit the scheme, but a low franchise player has hit free agency. He's an RFA. Okay. I just wanted to... Got a little excited there. Teuvo Teravainen's another guy. He's 29, although Nylander seems like the better bet. Nylander wants more money. If we take a look at playmaker, Scheifele is available. I don't think Scheifele would be content on the wing. As sick as it would be to go get him. DeBrincat is a UFA. Wow, Alex DeBrincat makes it to UFA. But if we sort by... I think Teuvo Teravainen for 7 years is a lot. He fits the second line perfectly. He's that perfect winger to put alongside Kaliznik and Hall. Teravainen can play either wing. He fits the second line. We know it for a fact. He's a first line role. He's 29. His 7 years is a lot, though. I don't want to give him 7 years. I would give him 4 years at 10 million. He'd instantly become our highest paid player and nowhere near deserving it. Elias Lindholm here has got a lot of interest. Sam Reinhart, he's 28, 86, second line, 5 years at 8.1. Fits the and penalty kill. It's a little bit of a discount there, guys. That is a lot more in line with what I had in mind. 5 years, 83. Nobody's offered him a contract. We'll give him 5 years at 8.5, right? 4 years. We'll give him 4 years at 8.5. There we go. That sits with me better. He's an 86. Teravainen's an 87. If he gets a +3 even, he's an 89, and he's perfect for that first line. I think I'm going to sign Sam Reinhart. He fits the scheme. Joel Farabee makes it to free agency too. Interesting. There's a lot of really, really good players out here. Kovalev here, defensive defenseman, is probably an RFA. Okay, so UFA by potential. There's a low elite here. I guess I could sign him just to see potentially. He's 21, but he's only 60 overall, right? Maxime Comtois is 25, power forward, 79. Does he want it? He wants a two-year, two-way deal? I will gladly give him that. Jolinen? Jesse Jolinen? Where did I? Am I? Oh, I'm thinking of a different player. He's 24, medium top 6, two-way forward. That's fine. Not exactly what I am seeking right now, but there's the Sam Reinhart deal that we are going after. I think that makes just the most sense for us, guys. Oh my goodness. But here we go. Some medium top 4 defenseman. Nobody really is too impressive. Sean Dursey, but it's 79. He's not really worth it. None of these guys. look like they could be anything. Maybe this guy, but he's only a 69, so no potential to snag. Let's check goalies. Let's check potential goalies. Some medium starters here, 23. Alnefet, Hugo Alnefet, 80 overall, 23, 2 years on a two-way deal, medium starter. He's got years to grow. That's a great contract. I'm going to offer him that, but we don't need him. We got our medium elites, and I don't want to stunt any of the growth. I mean, he's listed as a backup goalie. I know I could use him as trade bait, but I really don't want to do that, right? I don't want to just snag a player from free agency that the computer could sign. If you know what, if he doesn't get signed before the start of next season, I'll go after him. But I think realistically, the top end guys, playmaker Mark Scheifele, I'd love to go after Scheifele. He's so good, but we don't need a center, and I don't want to throw him on the wing. Our centers are Kaliznik is our first line center, and Kaliznik can't play on the wing, I don't think. Austin Matthews would be such a sick get, but Sam Reinhart, we know fits the second line, means he's going to fit with Hall and Kaliznik. That'll be our first line. Our second line will have Byfield, Cousins, and Gurianov, most likely. Maybe not even. Maybe we'll have Granlund on that second line. We'll see. But I think those are the only signings I'm going to make. Taking a look at the coaching staff now is the big one. Gagliardi is fine, right? We know that he can work, but overload, carry, cycle, balance, behind the net, carry, shoot, efficient, balanced. We need carry, cycle, and I think we need behind the net, carry, cycle, and then balance, shoot, balance for the second line. But taking a look here, some of these guys, carry, shoot, balance, carry, cycle. We need that's what we need for the second line. Aiden Pettinger. Balance, shoot, balance, but energy, yeah, no, his first line is bad. Carry, cycle, carry, shoot. I completely forgot what those guys like. Oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten what those guys like. What Taylor Hall and them, what they're, oh, you know what, I should be able to see their chemistry still, right? Taylor Hall likes carry, cycle. Okay, and they fit the second line well, but not perfectly. I think they do actually like what our coach has got going for the second line. As far as strategy, that's good. We need the strategy to be right. The strategy we have for the second line is overload. So we need overload, carry, cycle. The overload, carry, cycle is what we need. Overload. Does anybody have overload, carry, cycle? Overload. Nope. Overload, balance, cycle. Overload. God, do we not have anybody that does overload, carry, cycle? Overload, carry, cycle, but this guy behind the net, carry, shoot, balance, not exactly what we want. Carry, shoot, overload, behind the net, though, that's not going to be good enough. Overload, balance, cycle is not good enough either. We need carry, cycle. God, why is it so hard to find that? What with behind the net is not what we need. We need overload, carry, cycle. Wait, is that Brandon Dubinsky? I could sign Brandon Dubinsky to be our coach, but then again, he'd probably bench Crosby. Carry, cycle. Yeah, wow, Jesus, we don't have anybody. Overload, carry, cycle. But behind the net, carry, shoot, balance, don't block. I mean, I'm sure I passed somebody who had overload, carry, cycle earlier than that, right? Overload, carry, cycle. I'm sure there's somebody with overload, carry, cycle. I'm going to worry about max balance, cycle. Are you serious? He's the first one with overload, carry, cycle. Oh, here we go. Rod Slaney is the guy that's going to fit Hall and Kaliznik. The second line, I mean, the third liner, would be insane for chemistry. Carry, shoot is balance, shoot. I mean, it's close enough. Pinch, cycle, pinch, balanced. He'd fit Sergachev for the most part. He'd definitely fit Bear. I think I'm going to Slaney here. Rod Slaney. I'm going to fire our current coach. Actually, Daigle. What is it? I wonder what his schemes are. We're going to fire our current coach. Confirm. We're going to promote our associate coach to interim NHL head coach. His schemes are overload, balance, energy. Oh, God, that's horrible. So we're going to go after Slaney. As our guy to go get for chemistry. Slaney, we'll give him NHL head coach. No, not NHL or AHL goalie coach. So we'll give him that massive promotion. And hopefully we can find some players that fit the second line, or at least put together a good enough second line. We'll give them the max we can. There we go. I need to sign an NHL goalie coach. So NHL assistant coach that's good at teaching. Really all you need to find. Goalie coach right here. Perfect. NHL goalie coach. Frank Cool. Give him the max amount of money I can. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to save a ton of money on my budget. And I know I've said in the past, don't worry too much about chemistry, but I really do think it makes a difference for the regular season. When it comes playoff time, it is what it is. And you just gotta hope there. Anybody got good teaching up here? No, nobody's got good teaching. I'd rather guess I have this guy who's actually the Silverguard generalist, associate coach. Give him a bunch of money. Thomas. It's actually a really high quality. It's a really good face model. I'm just noticing most of them look weird or fake, but that one's pretty good. Anyway, best guy down here is a goalie coach. B minus. Oh, A plus and goalies. Goalies. Jesus, why are all the good teachers for goalies? We're gonna do this guy, Josephson. Torsten Josephson. There we go. Hopefully Sam Reinhart does accept our contract offer. These guys should as well. Hopefully the head coach does, because he's the perfect head coach to maximize that first line. Broberg. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Oh, but he wants to be the solution. I appreciate that mentality, Slaney. There's our new head coach. And our other coaches are coming in now. Danny DeKaiser, I'm going to decline that trade. Okay, he's going to reject. He doesn't feel like the quality of roster is the one that he wants to take on. I'll worry about goalie coach when we get to the start of next season, guys. But we want to see if Comtois is here. And Sam Reinhart is going to decline my offer. I didn't offer him enough money. Who's still available? Dylan Strome is still available. As far as overall is concerned, I don't need the highest paid player. Dylan Strome, Vinny Hinostroza. Oh, God, it's got to be Strome. If he doesn't fit, he fits the bottom six. Wait, is that the bottom six of our new coach or our old coach? Yeah, that's our old coach. So we need, oh, God. Sammy Blais fits the first line of our old coach. Vinny Hinostroza fits the first line. Oh, God, this is not good. There's no playmakers. I went for Sam Reinhart. I believed in him, and he's going to turn me down like that. Really? Dennis Malgin here fits the second line. Okay, we're going to offer him a contract, 3 years at $3 million. Just get him in. He can slot in wherever. That is really not good. That is really not a good thing to have happen to us. It's not going to help our chemistry at all. We're at least going to sim to next season, guys. I can always make a trade. Malgin is there, so we can always throw Malgin up on that first line or make a trade. But I'll see you guys when we start the season and edit the lines. Here we go, guys. Ready to edit the lines. Let's get it underway. Boulerice, look at him. He's a great fit on that second line with Cousins. Granlund, no, we need a sniper. Byfield? I'm not keeping Byfield off that second line. Radulov. Ooh, Dylan Cousins. Okay, that's a +3 with Radulov, Byfield, and Boulerice. Malgin gets us a +3. There we go. Can we get a +5 here? We cannot. I mean, Gurianov, Cousins, Granlund is a sick line. And then Maxime Comtois, really good. And Raphael Lavoie is a great second line fit. Can we get a +5? No, we can't. The Byfield's got that medium elite. He's also a year younger than Cousins. Cousins is only high top 6. And then Eunice Donskoy's down here. Perfect. You know what? Honestly, guys, I'm pretty freaking happy. Malgin fits okay. He fits well enough. He's carry shoot, of course. Boulerice does not fit whatsoever. I guess I'd have to flip through here and see anybody fit the first line. Gurianov fits the first line, but Sniper is not going to be good. Nobody else really fits the first line, so I'm going to have to find a specific type of player to match Hall and Kalishnik with if it's going to be an upgrade from Malgin, or you guys think I should keep Malgin up here? He's got pretty good numbers. Anyway, taking a look at the defensive core, Sergachev and Bear, Taze. Oh, okay, so Taze and Dunn. We might need an upgrade here. Moving on from Taze might be the move. Dunn is balance, so he would fit here as well. But I like Ollie Kerman and Brant Clark. They're both medium elite, both getting a +3 and fit well together. Left and right defenseman. It's practically perfect. Taking a look at our goalie situation, it's Markstrom and Georgiev, but scratched is Hepaniemi, who's a really good fit for the second line, and he's a sniper. Interesting. Anthony Cirelli is scratched, so he doesn't really fit the scheme. I could move on from him. In the AHL, I will best lines it. And then goalies, Chip Chura's ready to be the NHL backup, guys. So he's going to be the guy we use as our NHL backup. A bunch of trades, but guys, should I leave Malgin up there or should I go acquire a first-line right-wing playmaker after Sam Reinhart snubs us? Either way, the chemistry's looking great. The team's looking great and really deep. That third line is sick. And the defensive core probably need an upgrade there and an upgrade for first-line winger. I think defensive core is probably the bigger need. You move Taze and somebody for a higher overall. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.